The thrilling quest for the Titan deep-sea submersible captured the attention of people all around the globe.
This morning, an ROV, or remote operated vehicle, from the vessel Horizon Arctic discovered the tail cone of the Titan submersible approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic on the seafloor.
On June 18, 2023, a remarkable incident occurred in the vast waters of the North Atlantic Ocean. Just off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada, the Titan, a remarkable submersible operated by oceangate, mysteriously vanished. This submersible was on a special expedition meant for tourists, offering them the opportunity to witness the wreckage of the legendary RMS Titanic. The Titan carried a total of 5 individuals on board, including the esteemed founder and CEO of OceanGate, Stockton Rush. Because the submersible had roughly 3 days' worth of oxygen supply, a massive rescue operation was launched by the US Coast Guard and Canada's Coast Guard as well. Despite their best efforts, the rescue mission proved unsuccessful. However, in the early hours of June 22nd, signs of the submersible's wreckage began to surface, leading to the heartbreaking realization that the vessel had collapsed under immense pressure in the deep ocean. Unfortunately, there were no survivors.
The ROV subsequently found additional debris. In consultation with experts from within the Unified Command, the debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber.
However, in the midst of this collective curiosity, a haunting question arises. What exactly occurs to a human body when a submarine implodes? Let's imagine a scenario where you give someone an air balloon and ask them to poke it. In an instant, the balloon disappears into thin air. Now, picture a similar phenomenon occurring in reverse, but beneath the ocean's surface. Only this time, it happens much more swiftly and with greater intensity. In simple terms, it's highly unlikely that any traces of the submarine or its occupants will ever be found. But the unsettling facts behind this somber reality are bound to give you goosebumps and linger in your mind, haunting your dreams. The phrase catastrophic implosion has garnered even greater attention following the recent announcement by the United States Coast Guard regarding the ill-fated Titan submersible.
The debris is consistent with a catastrophic implosion of the vessel. And so we'll continue to work and continue to search the area.
During the ongoing rescue operation, officials had made a significant discovery: the scattered debris. This finding sheds light on the gravity of the incident. To understand the concept of implosion, it's helpful to think of it as the opposite of an explosion. Instead of external forces pushing outward, an implosion occurs when forces from all directions converge and push inward with tremendous intensity. This immense pressure causes an object to collapse, much like a soda can crumpling when it is crushed. The implosion occurs with such swiftness that any warnings would be rendered futile. To comprehend how this rapid collapse takes place, we must shift our focus to a crucial factor: pressure.
And the size of the debris field is consistent with that implosion in the water column.
Whether it's a person, a fish, or submersible equipment, when they delve into the depths of the water, they encounter a force pushing against them from all directions. This force, known as water pressure, applies equal pressure on all sides. When we're at the ocean's surface, the pressure we feel is similar to what we experience on land, just like the weight of the air around us at sea level. We call this pressure level 1 atmosphere for measurement purposes. But as we go higher up, like climbing a mountain, the pressure gradually decreases because there's less air pressure down from above. But as we venture deeper into the water, the pressure starts to increase. This pressure experienced underwater is known as hydrostatic pressure. The term hydro refers to water, while static indicates a state of rest or equilibrium. The greater the amount of water above us, the stronger the force it exerts. However, water doesn't just push downward. It applies pressure from all sides, including below. This upward force is what we call buoyancy, which allows us to float in water at a depth of only 10 meters. or 33 feet, the pressure doubles compared to the surface. In fact, for every additional 10-meter increment, the pressure increases by 1 atmosphere. Let's use recent events to illustrate this. The Titanic, for instance, lies at a depth of approximately 12,500 feet, or 3,800 meters below the surface. This immense depth subjects it to an astonishing amount of pressure, around 380 times greater than what we experience at the surface. To put it into perspective, that's equivalent to roughly 380 atmospheres, or a mind-boggling 6,500 pounds of pressure per square inch exerted on every inch of its surface. Our human bodies are simply not built to withstand such extreme pressures, especially when faced with sudden and drastic changes. To give you an idea, our bodies can handle approximately 50 pounds per square inch of pressure. However, at the depth mentioned earlier, a person would experience pressures that are a staggering 130 times beyond their tolerance. As a result, the human body's various systems undergo immediate and catastrophic damage. When exposed to such extreme pressures, our lungs and air-filled spaces in the head are at risk of collapsing instantly, leading to the crushing of the body. The air inside the lungs gets compressed instantly, reducing its size to that of an earbud case. This is why deep-sea creatures don't possess air pockets within their bodies. In essence, when subjected to extreme pressures, your body's systems, including the respiratory, circulatory, and central nervous systems, along with the tissues, would be completely crushed, disintegrating your body into pieces instantly. Although the outcome is undeniably tragic, this offers us a glimpse of insight into the immense power and forces at play in the deep ocean. According to Dave Corley, a former US nuclear submarine officer, when a submarine's hull collapses, it undergoes an astonishing inward movement at a speed of approximately 1,500 miles per hour, or 2,414 kilometers per hour. To put it into perspective, that's equivalent to 2,200 feet per second, or 671 meters per second. As a result, the complete collapse happens within a mere 1 millisecond or 1,000th of a second. To put it into perspective, a human brain instinctively reacts to a stimulus in approximately 25 milliseconds, while a rational response from sensing to acting usually takes around 150 milliseconds. That's 25 to 150 times slower than the speed of the implosion. Consequently, the unfortunate individuals aboard the Titan could never have comprehended the unfolding events. It all happened far too quickly for the brain to process or transmit any pain signals. However, there's another important factor to consider. Inside a submarine, the air can contain a concentration of hydrocarbon vapors. When the hull collapses, the air undergoes spontaneous ignition, resulting in a subsequent explosion. After the initial rapid implosion, temperatures can skyrocket instantly. The explosion engulfs all the crushed fragments, potentially reducing them to ashes and dust. As unfortunate as it may be, this decomposed matter mixes with the water and becomes part of marine life. This is precisely why experts and researchers who understand the repercussions of catastrophic implosions believe that recovering the remains of a human body becomes an exceedingly daunting task. If you liked this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.